Imagine you're navigating the tumultuous rapids of a mighty river, your boat tossed about by waves of stress, anxiety, and conflict. Now picture that same river becoming smooth, its surface serene and tranquil, reflecting the blue sky above with perfect clarity. This transformation from turmoil to tranquility is not just possible, it's within your reach. It lies in understanding the science of peace. Welcome aboard as we embark on a journey with Ramiro Calle, renowned master of patience and inner peace. He's no ordinary scientist. He doesn't don lab coats or peer into microscopes. Instead, his laboratory is the boundless expanse of the human mind. His tools are meditation and mindfulness. In our everyday lives, chaos often reigns supreme. We juggle responsibilities while grappling with an overwhelming flood of information. Patience becomes a scarce commodity amidst these constant pressures, a fortress that seems too difficult to rebuild once it crumbles. But here's where Ramiro steps in, with wisdom gleaned from decades spent exploring mindfulness's profound depths. He'll guide us towards unearthing this hidden power lodged deep within our psyche. Patience. Patience isn't merely waiting without complaining. It's an active state, a mindful endurance that allows us to remain unfazed amidst life's storms. It's through patience that we uncover true peace, an oasis within ourselves that remains untouched by external circumstances. This voyage we're embarking on won't be easy. It challenges deeply ingrained habits and beliefs, but at its end lies a priceless treasure, a peaceful mind fortified by the power of patience. So sit back, take a deep breath, let go of any preconceived notions, and prepare to explore new horizons under the guidance of Ramiro Calle. Discover how transforming your relationship with time can pave a path toward lasting peace, because sometimes the longest way round is indeed the shortest way home. Imagine for a moment that you're standing on the sandy shores of a calm, serene beach. The sun is beginning to set, and the sky is painted with hues of orange and purple. Now, picture a small bottle bobbing in the gentle waves. Inside it, there's a message. This message isn't just any ordinary note penned down by an unknown adventurer. Rather, it holds within its folds an ancient wisdom, something that has been lost in our fast-paced world today. The power of patience. You see, patience isn't just about waiting. It's about how we wait and what happens to us while we're waiting. It's about understanding time not as an adversary but as an ally, a tool that can help us attain lasting peace. And who better to guide us along this path than Ramiro Calle, the renowned spiritualist known for his transformational teachings? Let me share with you an interesting case where Ramiro changed one man's concept of time completely. Let's call him John. John was your quintessential go-getter, always racing against the clock, always rushing through life without so much as a pause or break. But then he met Ramiro Calle. Through regular sessions with Ramiro, John began to learn about the science of peace. He discovered that his constant battle against time was creating unnecessary stress and anxiety in his life, and more importantly, he learned how he could change this. Ramiro introduced him to mindful patience, a form of meditation where one trains oneself to stay focused on the present moment without letting their mind wander into past regrets or future anxieties. As weeks turned into months, John started noticing changes within himself. His heart rate was steadier during stressful situations. He found himself more focused at work. His relationships improved, and all because he had learned to be patient, to value each passing second rather than fighting against it. This is but one example among many others where people have transformed their lives with Ramiro's guidance. It's a testament to how the power of patience can be harnessed to cultivate inner peace and tranquility. So, as we embark on this journey together, remember, the message in that bottle isn't just about waiting. It's about learning to wait mindfully. It's about understanding time as a friend rather than an enemy. It's about realizing that within patience lies the hidden power to find our personal peace. Now, let's dive deeper into the concept of patience. You may think it's solely about waiting for your turn in a queue, or for that pot of water to finally boil on the stove. But patience is so much more than that. It's a skill that can transform how you interact with the world around you, and ultimately lead to a peaceful existence. Think about it this way. Imagine you're an artist crafting a masterpiece. Would you rush through each brush stroke, slapping colors onto the canvas without careful thought? Or would you take your time, meticulously considering every detail and savoring each moment of creation? That's what patience is about. Not just waiting, but doing so mindfully and intentionally. And we have a real-life example that perfectly illustrates this idea. Remember Thomas Edison, the man who invented the light bulb, did not do so overnight. He made 1,000 unsuccessful attempts before he found success. Now, imagine if he had given up after his first failure, or even his 100th patience allowed him to keep trying until he achieved his goal. You might be wondering how this translates into finding peace within ourselves. Well, let me tell you about Ramiro Calle, an esteemed yogi who beautifully encapsulates this notion of patient endurance, leading to inner tranquility. Ramiro was not always serene. In fact, as a child growing up in war-torn Spain during the 1940s and 50s, uncertainty was a constant presence in his life. But over time, and with sustained practice of yoga and meditation techniques, both inherently requiring patience, he found peace amid chaos. This transformation wasn't instantaneous. It took years of practice. Yet through consistent effort, through patiently waiting for change, he discovered tranquility within himself, despite external circumstances. Now I want to make sure I'm clear on one thing. This doesn't mean becoming passive or accepting harmful situations out of patience. It's about developing a balanced mind that can discern when to act and when to wait, when to speak up and when to remain silent. So, how do you cultivate this patience? Well, it begins with mindfulness. By being present in each moment, by appreciating the journey instead of solely focusing on the destination. Patience isn't just about waiting. It's about learning how to stay calm and composed while doing so. Remember, peace isn't something that magically appears one day. It's a state of being achieved through consistent practice of patience. Like Edison inventing the light bulb or Ramiro finding serenity amid chaos. Patience is your hidden power for personal peace. Imagine you're in a bustling city surrounded by relentless noise, the constant hustle and bustle. Yet, amid all the chaos, there's a serene man sitting peacefully, Ramiro Calle. You wonder how he's achieved such tranquility in this whirlwind of everyday life. The secret: he has harnessed the hidden power of patience. Remember when we were kids, how eagerly we waited for our birthdays or Christmas morning to open our presents. That anticipation was teaching us something valuable: patience. As adults, though, somewhere along the way, we've lost that virtue in the race against time. Let's take a step back from Ramiro's peaceful moment and look at Thomas Edison, the man who gave birth to modern electric light. His journey wasn't a smooth one. It was fraught with failures and rejections. Legend has it that he failed over 10,000 times before finally succeeding in creating the first practical light bulb. But imagine if he had given up on his 9.999th attempt. History would have been written differently. Just like Edison's inventiveness came from his perseverance through failures, which required enormous patience, Ramiro Calle found peace amid chaos through consistent practice of patience as well. Patience is not just about waiting. It involves an understanding the process and having faith in its unfolding. Consider another scenario. You're stuck in traffic after an exhausting day at work while your stomach growls with hunger. A perfect recipe for impatience instead of giving in to frustration. What if you use this time as an opportunity to practice mindfulness? Notice your surroundings, the colors perhaps observe your breathing pattern. This act allows you to tap into your inner peace and creates room for patience to thrive. You see, being patient doesn't mean passively enduring frustrations. It means actively seeking opportunities within them. It means embracing those long queues at the grocery store as moments to strike up interesting conversations or practice mindful breathing. It's about using the time spent waiting for your computer to boot up as an opportunity to stretch and relax your muscles. Patience isn't a virtue you're born with. It's a skill you develop. Like building muscle at the gym, it takes time and consistent effort. But once mastered, it becomes your secret power, the key to unlocking peace in any situation, just like Ramiro Calle in that bustling city. The science of peace lies not only within meditation halls or philosophical discussions, but also within our everyday moments, if only we have the patience to uncover it. So next time when life puts you on hold, remember, patience isn't just about waiting. It's an active engagement with life that opens doors to personal peace. As you continue on your journey to understanding the science of peace, let's delve deeper into the hidden power of patience. Picture yourself in a bustling cafe. The barista behind the counter is dealing with a long queue. Customers are growing restless, and tensions are beginning to rise. But amidst this chaos, you manage to maintain your calmness, demonstrating an admirable level of patience. This may seem like a simple scenario, but it's more than just that. You see, every moment we spend in patience is not merely time spent waiting. It's an opportunity for self-growth and reflection, a chance for us to engage actively with life rather than simply enduring it. Now imagine another situation where you're working on a complex project at work. It's demanding and intricate, requiring careful attention to detail. Frustration starts creeping in as progress seems slow and elusive. Here again, patience becomes your ally. Instead of succumbing to frustration or rushing through just for the sake of completion, which will most likely lead to errors, you choose patience. Taking one step at a time while maintaining focus and precision. Both scenarios demonstrate how patience can transform seemingly ordinary situations into opportunities for personal peace and growth. But let me tell you something even more profound. Patience isn't exclusive only to these instances. It permeates every aspect of our lives if we allow it, our relationships included. Consider a heated disagreement with someone close to you, a partner or friend perhaps, and emotions are flaring up from both ends. In such moments, too, practicing patience can change the course dramatically, rather than retaliating impulsively, which could strain your relationship further. Choosing patience allows space for understanding, offering empathy towards their perspective without negating yours. Remember, my friend, we live in an era where everything is fast-paced. We want quick solutions, instant gratification, but real life doesn't always work that way. Sometimes things need time. Your dreams need nurturing. Relationships require understanding. Personal growth demands perseverance. And all of these are tied. By embracing patience, we not only create an environment of peace around us, but also within us. We learn to appreciate life in its entirety, its ups and downs, its ebbs and flows, and that, my friend, is a truly liberating experience. So next time you find yourself on the brink of impatience, remember this. Patience isn't just about waiting. It's an active engagement. In your daily life, you've probably encountered situations that tested your patience to its limits. Perhaps it was a grueling traffic jam when you were already running late, or a coworker who seemed to have an uncanny knack for pressing all the wrong buttons. In these moments, did you find yourself seething with frustration, or could you manage to stay calm and composed? Imagine if during those instances of tension, instead of fuming in anger or frustration, you use them as opportunities. Opportunities to apply and strengthen your patience, to transform these seemingly negative experiences into unique moments of self-improvement and profound peace. Think about that traffic jam. It's easy to let impatience creep in, feeling trapped behind the wheel while minutes turn into hours on the clock. But what if instead you turn this time into a moment of reflection? You could listen to an audiobook that sparks creativity, or simply enjoy some quiet time, rare commodities in our fast-paced world. Consider how this practice of patience could change not just your mindset, but also your physiological state. Studies show that chronic impatience can lead to increased levels of stress hormones like cortisol, which over time can result in health issues such as heart disease and weakened immune function. Now consider Ramiro Calle's teachings about patience being an active engagement with life, not just waiting passively, but consciously choosing how we react and respond. This concept is at the core of mindfulness, being present without judgment or hurry. How about applying this principle when dealing with difficult people? Remember that coworker who knows exactly how to ruffle your feathers. Instead of responding with annoyance or hostility, both reactions that merely escalate tension. What if you chose patience? What if you chose patience? What if you saw their actions as reflections of their own struggles, rather than personal attacks on you? This isn't about becoming a doormat or tolerating disrespect. It's about harnessing the power of patience to transform potentially volatile situations into opportunities for growth and peace. So, next time you find yourself in the throes of impatience, take a moment, breathe, and remember that within you lies the power to choose patience over haste, understanding over judgment, and ultimately, peace over conflict. Because, as Ramiro Calle so eloquently teaches us, patience isn't just about waiting. It's an active engagement with life, a secret key that unlocks doors to your personal peace. In the grand tapestry of existence, patience is not merely a virtue, it's a potent force that can bring about profound transformation. Take, for instance, the story of Theodor Geisel, better known to us as Dr. Seuss. A renowned children's author today, his first book was rejected by 27 publishers before it saw the light of day. Without his enduring patience and unflinching resolve, generations would have been denied the joy and wisdom packed in books like The Cat in the Hat and Green Eggs and Ham. Patience is also at play in nature all around us. Consider how a caterpillar metamorphoses into a butterfly. After spending life crawling on plants, it wraps itself into a chrysalis, an act that requires both time and patience. Eventually, though, this patience yields an extraordinary result. A creature capable of flight, embodying beauty that defies imagination. So why do we humans often struggle with being patient? It's because our minds are wired for immediate gratification. We yearn for instant results. We crave for swift solutions. But remember what Ramiro Calle has taught us. Patience isn't just about waiting. It's an active engagement with life. Let's delve deeper into this concept using another practical case. Imagine you're stuck in traffic after a long day at work. Honking horns surround you. Stress levels rise. The impatience is almost palpable. Now visualize this same scenario, but with one key difference. You practice patience through mindful breathing or listening to calming music. Suddenly your perspective shifts, from anger to acceptance, from impatience to peace. And therein lies the hidden power of patience. It enables us to experience peace amidst chaos. It gifts us serenity during storms. This science of peace doesn't imply passivity, though. Rather, it encourages conscious action born out of calmness instead of rash reaction rooted in restlessness. Think Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison before he became South Africa's first black president. Or Thomas Edison, who endured thousands of failed attempts before inventing the light bulb. These shining examples illustrate that patience isn't a passive waiting, but an active engagement with life. It's a courageous commitment to stand firm, even when things seem bleak. It's believing in the power of resilience and maintaining faith in our capacity to transform. So next time you find yourself on the precipice of impatience, remember that your peace is just a moment of patience away. Embrace this hidden power and watch as doors to personal peace unlock themselves. Just like Ramiro Calle teaches us, patience isn't about waiting. It's an active engagement with life, a secret key that unlocks doors to your personal peace. What we've explored today is not just a theory or a mere concept. It's an experiential truth, a living science, the science of peace, as illuminated by Ramiro Calle. You see, patience isn't merely about biding your time or waiting for things to pass. No, it is much more profound than that. Imagine it like this. You are the master of your own ship, navigating through the turbulent sea of life. The waves crash against you, challenges, conflicts, stressors, but you remain steadfast and patient because you know that calm waters lie beyond the storm. This master, my friend, is your inner self, the part of you that can stay tranquil amid chaos. This tranquility comes from patience, active engagement with life in all its forms, without being swayed by its highs and lows. It's like holding a secret key, a key to unlock doors to personal peace. But remember, it's not about finding this key. It's about becoming the key itself. Just like how iron turns into steel through consistent pressure and heat, you too can transform yourself into this key through conscious effort and relentless practice. Patience fosters wisdom. It teaches us to accept what we cannot change while empowering us to change what we can. And above all else, gives us the gift of clarity to differentiate between the two. As we walk away from our enlightening journey with Ramiro Calle today on understanding the science of peace, the hidden power of patience, let us carry these insights deep within our hearts, not as mere words, but as guiding lights for our lives. Remember, patience isn't just about weathering storms. It's about learning to dance in the rain, so take heart and embrace patience. It might be challenging at first, but once mastered, you'll find yourself sailing smoothly towards your personal realm of peace. Unswayed by the tempests around you, here lies power.